that it's very important to all the international students. So thanks for joining, and thanks for Stephen for your time. And whenever you're ready, you can start.
Excellent, thank you. If you could hand over host to me so I can share my screen, that would be great. In the meantime, thank you everyone for the opportunity to talk about Griffith today and to share some of the information that students are asking about right now at this time when there are some travel restrictions to Australia. So I hope to answer some of those questions for you. I will also be able to answer any other questions you have at the end of the this short presentation.
Give me a minute, please.
No, it's all good. I'm hoping you can see my screen now.
Yes.
Okay. Griffith is a relatively young university, but it's a university that has been set on values, and some of those values include providing an education that is future focused, and we're committed to creating an equitable and environmentally sustainable society, to have students that are prepared for employment by including real-life industry experiences at all stages throughout the degree, leading to students that have a global outlook with an international focus, and preparing students for work around the world, not just in Australia, and hopefully leading to students that have a global impact. And to give you a little more of an idea about the types of programs that Griffith is offering, as well as the learning environments that we take students to and that we bring into the university, I've got a short video. Sorry, I'm not sure what happened there. hopefully that gives you an idea of some of the exciting learning facilities that you would experience as a student of Griffith. Griffith is, as I mentioned, a young university, but it's also a government university, and we have around 50,000 students and around 8,000 international students from over 130 different nationalities. So it's a very multicultural campus. In terms of rankings, when compared with other young universities, Griffith is ranked in the top 50 universities of the world by the leading ranking systems, the Times Higher Education, as well as the QS. But when compared to other universities, or all other universities around the world, and there are more than 10,000 universities globally, Griffith sits quite comfortably in the 200 to 300 range. But it's important, if you are thinking about rankings, to look at subject rankings, and which looks at the expertise that universities can offer in a defined area of study. And when looking at that, Griffith is ranked number 3 in the world for hospitality and tourism, number 4 in the world for nursing and midwifery, 13 in the world for marine and ocean engineering, 29 in the world for law, and is ranked in 42 in the world, and also in the top 50 is the performing arts. But there are many other areas of study across the university, across all areas of the university, that is very highly regarded and ranked in the top 150 university subjects around the world. Griffith is a multi-campus. We have 6 campuses, including the digital campus, and our physical campuses are all located in and around southeast Queensland, specifically Brisbane and the Gold Coast. This is an image of the Gold Coast campus. It's just a few kilometres from the downtown surfers' paradise, which is where a lot of Latino students enjoy working and living and enjoying the lifestyle that coastal living offers, including a 70-kilometre beach and some of the best waves and the cleanest water, with an approximate water temperature of around 23 degrees throughout the year. It's our largest campus. We have about 18,000 students studying at the Gold Coast. And one of the reasons that it's popular is that it is considered regional. So for those students that are interested in staying in Australia after they graduate, by studying at the Gold Coast campus, they're eligible for a further 1 year of post-study work rights. And so your counsellor at Blue Studies will be able to guide you through that process as you learn more about some of the great opportunities of studying in Australia. This is an image of the Nathan campus, which is where my office is located, although I'm broadcasting today from my home. It's a beautiful campus. It's set in a forest just a few kilometres from the main part of Brisbane. There are around 13,000 students at this campus, and learning occurs across business, government, engineering and IT, environment, humanities, law, science, and our aviation students enjoy studying at this campus as well. And then there's the digital campus, which is very pertinent now, because this is the campus that you will enroll in, or that you will start your studies if you are studying during this period where there are travel restrictions. This is not just an online degree or an online course that you're studying. You are taking advantage of more than 20 years experience of delivering full degrees and a whole university experience in a virtual reality, a virtual environment. But I think what's really important about our digital campus is that it's the same academics teaching the same content as you would by being an onshore student. Learning is through video demonstrations, recorded lectures, self-access tutorials, peer monitoring, guest lectures. All of these learning styles are just as you would expect if you're a student on campus, including work integrated learning, and I'll talk a little bit more about that. That's one of our key strengths is introducing employability aspects throughout the degree, and that is not sacrificed during this period where students offshore are starting their degree online. So we're still able to offer the work integrated learning as part of the curriculum, as well as opportunities outside of the curriculum for you. Internships and industry placements are proceeding. So just as I am working from home today, if you're based in Colombia or Peru or elsewhere, will be able to work with or create work in internships with Australian companies or even companies overseas from Australia or other than Australia as part of your degree. There are still leadership programs available to you, and the Griffith Industry Mentoring Program is a great opportunity for you to connect with leaders in industry that could guide you through establishing connections and learning from them on how they develop their career so that you can develop yours accordingly. And the full services of the Careers and Employment Office are available to you, including one-to-one engagement, looking at your CV, looking at your LinkedIn profile, helping you with job applications and improving your chances of getting those internships and part-time jobs, even from your home. But we also understand that your connections, personal connections outside of the classroom are very important. There is the International Student Buddy Program is still proceeding. English Help, which is a free individual one-to-one consultations for top-up English, is still available to you in the online environment as well as the on-campus. And the Peer-Assisted Learning, which is a great program where students who have passed the program exceptionally well before you are now being able to tutor you and give you their experience and expertise, as well as being a wider part of the community with contests, quizzes, movie nights, coffee catch-ups, so that you can feel connected throughout your time with the university and other students. As I mentioned, we've got a very wide range of degrees on offer for our students, and almost all of these courses are continuing either on campus or online as we go forward. Many students will seek the expertise of the Griffith English Language Institute and study some English prior to starting their degree. This Gelly has over 20 years experience and has won many awards for its teaching and learning, and with many students from around the world offering an English program that is a direct entry into a degree, as well as other activities and facilities available to students just studying English, and those English students are eligible or able to connect with students at the university. There are 3 campuses that the program is delivered, including online. So we are delivering through this period to students online, and we have around 1,000 students per year, and every 5 weeks an intake occurs. The learning materials are a part of the fees, and Latin American students are eligible for a 20% tuition fee reduction, and which equates to approximately $336 a week for students that are studying for longer than 25 weeks, and for short programs of up to 25 weeks, students will eligible for a 20% reduction, which brings it to $360 per week. There are other partnerships that the university have. So if you prefer, and Blue Studies counselors will be able to guide you on this, you are able to package English with our degrees by studying at Navitas English or through Brown's English Language School. And as I said, your counsellor will be able to guide you through that process and the tuition fees that these 2 language schools are able to offer. We are seeing a tremendous growth in undergraduate enrolments at the university, and for many high school students or students that are not eligible to enter the university directly to study a bachelor degree are taking advantage of our partnership with Griffith College, and by studying a diploma program, which is equivalent to the first year in terms of the duration of study and the cost of study. This allows students coming out of high school who are not eligible to start at the university or not confident enough to start directly at the university will come through one of these diploma pathways or even a foundation to build their academic skills and build their confidence before joining the university in the second year of study. As mentioned, I was going to talk about and will talk about the scholarships that are on offer for our students. And these are the three main scholarships that we are offering right now for students starting in 2021. The first is the International Student Academic Merit Scholarship. This is a 20% tuition fee scholarship for the duration of the program, not just the first trimester or the first year, but for the full duration of the degree. And this is available automatically calculated for students who are deemed equivalent to a 5.0 on a 7-point scale. So we will look at your qualifications, your GPA, your academic transcripts, and then we will calculate that and compare it to a 7-point scale. And if it is deemed at 5.0, we will automatically write in the 20% tuition fee reduction in your letter of offer. For those students who are achieving slightly higher results and deemed a 5.5 on a 7 scale, you will receive automatically a scholarship of 25% of the tuition fees for the duration of the program. And as mentioned, these two scholarships, there is no application, separate application for these. We will, the admissions officer will calculate this automatically when receiving your degree application. The third scholarship there, the Griffith Remarkable Scholarship, is more unique. It is higher. It's 50% of the tuition fees for the duration of the program. And this scholarship is based on academic merit as well as a personal statement. So we want to see what your ambitions are and why you want to study at Griffith. This is very competitive, and there are 3 rounds per year that match the trimesters that we offer. Applying to Griffith is relatively easy. We have, where possible, done away with most prerequisite requirements or tried to make it as simple as possible. There are still some programs that do require perhaps a portfolio or a statement from you. Some of the, and obviously research degrees are a little more elaborate with recommendations and etc. But for most degrees, 90% of the degrees, you simply need to identify the degree that you want to study and submit your academic transcripts through Blue Studies. They will then look at your English language requirements and be able to advise you whether your GPA meets the minimum requirements of the degree that you're interested in. All your documents and transcripts would be translated into English, and they'd be uploaded, and then the admissions officer would look at your academic background and identify whether you can receive a letter of offer directly into the degree or perhaps a conditional offer, and be able to calculate your scholarship. And at that point, you would have an opportunity, if successful, to accept your offer and then apply for a visa straight away. We know that you cannot right now travel to Australia, but we want you to have your visa application already in place so that as soon as travel restrictions are lifted, you are able to transition from studying online to studying on campus. And you would be able to do that at any time during your degree. You don't need to wait for the end of the trimester to be able to start. So that's all a very short presentation, but I have covered a lot of information. And at this point, I'll hand back to my colleagues at Blue Studies to filter any questions that you may have.
Thanks, Stephen. It was a really quite complete presentation. We have just a few questions questions regarding the entry requirements of English. If you are accepting now Duolingo test as a test of English.
That's right. Yes, we did make some provisions. We do understand that during this period it is there are in some places it's difficult to find or be able to get results from the traditional tests like IELTS or TOEFL. And on our flexible study options website, I'll just copy this into the chat area for all students. I think I can send it to all students. Panelists
Yes.
and attendees, yep.
Sure.
So on this website for the university, we've outlined a number of changes that we've made during this time where students have been impacted by COVID-19. And at the top of that is the English language proficiency test. So yes, we are now accepting the IELTS indicator test, the TOEFL Special Home Edition, the Cambridge Lingua Skill, as well as Duolingo English tests. These are currently available for students, and we hope that this helps during this period. And I'd encourage you, the attendees today, to have a look at the other provisions that we've made on that website.
Okay, thank you. We have another question from Omar. He wants to know if there's any masters in music, and also if you can talk about the entry requirements, maybe.
Yeah, sure. There is the Conservatorium of Music does offer undergraduate and postgraduate studies, and maybe offline we can counsel you, speak with you about the degree and show you the entry requirements. I know that the Conservatorium is one of the areas of the university that does have more requirements in terms of, in many cases, an audition that will be taken that you'll need to undertake. So it's quite involved, those applications because of the performance aspects of the degree. So, but we'll be very happy. But in short, yes, we do have undergraduate and postgraduate studies at the Conservatorium of Music.
Okay, thank you. We don't have more questions for the time. So I don't know if you want to add something while, oh, there's another one from Diego Ortiz. I would like to know if tuition fee must be paid in advance for the whole course.
Yeah, no, thanks for that question. No, you do not need to pay for the whole tuition fee in advance. For degrees, once you have your offer, the offer will state what the tuition fees are. It'll also state what the deposit is. So when you accept your offer, you'll accept it with payment of a deposit amount. And for trimester 1, the deposit has been lowered to $3,000. You will then, your next payment will be prior to census. And census is a date approximately 4 weeks into the degree, and then you pay the remainder of the first trimester fees. You will then pay per trimester thereafter. So if you're studying a master degree that has 4 trimesters, for example, you'll pay your deposit. Your next payment will be to the remainder of your first trimester fees, and then you'll pay for the second trimester, and then the third, and then the fourth. So there'll be 5 payments in total, including the initial deposit payment. if you're studying just English with the Griffith English Language Institute, if you're studying, I think it's less than 25 weeks, then you'll pay for the full 25 weeks in the first payment. Or if it's longer than that, the payments, I think, are split into two. So depending on your situation, we'll advise you exactly what's required in that regard. If you are packaging an offer with English and the degree, then to accept your offer for the degree, you'll pay the tuition fees for the whole of the English program or portion. You'll then pay for the overseas health cover for the full period of the English and the degree, as well as the deposit for the degree.
Thank you. I think Andrea make a question regarding the scholarships. I don't know if she wants to know anything in particularly, but if you can show us again the presentation where the scholarships are explained, maybe with this Andrea will have the answer.
Surely, and what I will also do is I'll send give you a link for students to see those scholarships and to look more deeply at the terms and conditions of those scholarships. So let me just put that in now to the chat.
Awesome, thanks.
Okay, and I'll share my screen. So just to recap, the three main scholarships that we are offering students in 2021, we've got the automatically calculated scholarships of 20% and 25% for the degrees. And these are eligible for students that have a minimum of 5.0 or a 5.5, 25%. Now, the applications that we typically get from South America are very strong, and it's very rare for me to see requirements, especially for postgraduate, of students that fall below this. But it's not automatic for every student. You do need to meet this minimum GPA requirement. Otherwise, for very high achieving students that will also submit a specific application for the scholarship, there's the Griffith Remarkable, which is to the value of 50% of the full degree. So hopefully that will help during this period.
Thank you. I think for the moment we don't have anything more. I don't know if you want to add something. Oh,
look, I just would like to encourage you to move forward with your career plans. Don't delay just because of this period. Your learning experience is not being sacrificed by starting your degree online. We thought that there would be a significant drop in the number of students who wanted to study online, but in fact, we've been pleasantly surprised. We more than double the number of students. There are over 1,000 students in July that started their degree online. We thought that maybe 500, but so and we're very happy to see that we've got large numbers of students coming from Brazil, Colombia, and Peru, especially, that are accepting their offers now, that have started their degree online, and that are studying with a view to transition to on-campus when those restrictions are lifted. The Australian government is helping, so they have confirmed that if you study your start your degree online now, that period of study counts towards post-study work rights. So that by the time you arrive in Australia, finish your degree, you'll still be eligible if you're studying at least a 2-year option. of staying in Australia for 2 or 3 years if you're enrolled at the Gold Coast campus.
Thank you. We have another question from Diego Ortiz. I'm interested to study English right after a degree or a master's degree in design. Is there any discount for English in this scenario?
All Latin American students are eligible for a 20% tuition fee reduction on our English programs. So yes, and that will be calculated automatically as you apply for it. And for you to know that we do offer postgraduate design within the Queensland College of Arts, which is one of the oldest arts and most prestigious arts colleges in Australia.
Okay, thank you. I don't know if there's any other questions you guys want to share with us. No, for the moment. So I have a question. Okay, it pops up another question about foundation programs. Could you give us more information?
Yeah, so this is for undergraduate study. As I mentioned earlier, we do have a special relationship with Griffith College. Programs are designed to transition students seamlessly from a diploma or foundation into their degree of choice. In many cases, students are eligible for entry into a diploma, and a diploma is equivalent to the first year of study. So there's no disadvantage to a student to start with a diploma, as it is the same cost as the first year of study at the university and the same duration. So, so most students coming from high school that either are not confident enough to start at the university directly or do not have the grades to join the university directly will typically enjoy the facilities and the extra support and learning that they get from Griffith College. If your program of choice does not have a diploma that is a pathway into it, and there are not many, but a few, then we do offer a foundation, and a foundation is an extra year of study. It's that bridges your qualifications at high school into your degree of choice. That will extend your studies somewhat. I think it takes about 8 months to complete the 8 courses as part of the foundation, but it gives you it tops up your academic rigor so that you have the right skill set to succeed at university in the first year of studies.
So Lucia, also it's asking if students from foundation are eligible to the scholarships, for the scholarships, sorry.
Students are eligible for the scholarships as they transition into the university. Griffith College have their own scholarship program. I don't have those here. You would need to simply go to the Griffith College website, and your counsellors of Blue Studies will be able to guide you through that application process and packaging both the Griffith College degree content program with the Griffith University degree.
Thank you. For the moment, we don't have more. I was about to ask if one student wants to, he's going for a pathway. He's going for a program, English program, and then for a master's. He is able to start his English program in his country and then going to Australia and to continue his master's degree?
Yes. So
is this possible?
That's right. English classes are ongoing right now, and for students overseas, and that we have. So in terms of timing, it is important that the study is synchronous, so at the same time for language students. When studying online for a degree, we have designed, where possible, to make materials available to you at any time so that you can study in the morning or in the evening, before work, after work, so at your convenience, at weekends, so that you've got access to materials. But with language learning, it's very important that you're getting that instant feedback from a professional to be able to guide you, and so that the learning for English is synchronous. So students from South America are logging in and enjoying classes in the evenings with their academic staff, academic member delivering English. Then at the end of that period, or the students will still be able to transition to on-campus if travel restrictions are lifted during that English process, or you can prefer to study all of your English offshore and then come to campus where possible to study your degree.
Awesome, thank you. We don't have more questions.
Look, that's fine. I really enjoyed today. So I wanted to, at this point, thank everyone, the attendees, for joining. I hope that this information has helped you and give you a little bit more confidence to go forward and continue with your study plans and get on with those career goals that you have.
So thank you. We were happy to today. Now we invite you to another webinars that are about to begin at 4 o'clock Colombia time. Are the webinars of University of Southern Queensland and La Trobe. So I will share the links in the chat. And also, if you require more information, you can visit our stand, Blue Studies stand. If you require more information or anything about the process of visa process. And also, I will say this in Spanish in order to all participants can have the information. Entonces, muchísimas gracias por asistir a este webinar. Estuvimos muy felices de tenerlos a ustedes. Gracias por sus preguntas. En un momento van a iniciar otros de otras universidades, la Universidad of Southern Queensland y la Trobe. Les voy a dejar en el chat links para que puedan unir también, y si necesitan más información pueden asistir o meterse en el stand de Blue Studies International, donde les podemos dar mucha más información sobre los procesos de educación superior en el exterior. Muchísimas gracias a todos. Muchísimas gracias a Steven también.
Thank you.